Alright, back here for round 6. We're on the play. This hand, not very good. It had no early plays, has 5 lands. It's just not great overall. This hand, I mean, I like having the bolt. We have a turn 2 play if the bolt isn't playable on turn 1. We have 2 good 3-drops. I'm gonna have to get a stomping ground with this anyways. So I think I'm gonna just play it and pass and hope our opponent plays a 1-drop I can. Our opponent will do 6. If we're playing a mirror, this hand is pretty strong. I'm gonna keep it. Hopefully our opponent has an Arbor Elf draw. I'm gonna play the Misty. We're gonna need double stomping ground with this hand anyways. Playing against Tron. I'll fetch. I was debating on not fetching so I can keep lands in my deck, but I think the life total is more relevant. If we draw a Blood Moon, it's gonna be kind of unfortunate. Because then our Sprawl will fall off, but then our opponent won't get to play the game, so that's probably worth it. This Pillage is also probably gonna be pretty good. There's a Mind Stone. I've gotta kill the Tron land, or kill a tower. Alright, they have to have Eldrazi template in order to cast anything relevant next turn, so that's pretty nice. Playing against some E-Tron. They had the power plant. Is it Matter Reshaper? Sure. I'm gonna have to bolt that thing. Hopefully they don't find a tower. That would really suck. Thought Not Seer? Okay. Alright, let's draw 2. Odds of me stomping next turn are very low, I think. I guess I doubt that Pillage is gonna be good and they're probably gonna take the Giant, but I think I need to force them to take it. So I'll eat this. Or maybe they just don't have a 3rd land. They have it. Wow, they very aggressively took that. I'm surprised at how aggressively they took it. I'm just gonna thin my deck out. That's a good draw, but I'm gonna attack first. Oh, because I want to threaten stomping the Thought Knot. I think that's correct. Because they can't reasonably attack. I could also just stomp them and cast the Giant anyways. I mean, the thing's a 4/3, and then next turn I'm Bloodbraiding. Which is just, it's just a lot of damage that's coming through. Yeah. I mean, they can play a Smasher next turn, but I'm not sure that. I mean, they'll be on blocking duty. They're at 8 life. Oh, that's not good. I now understand why they took the pillage. They've been trying to set up Tron for a while now, it seems. But they might just die anyways. They are dead on board. Dead on board. There's Bloodbraid Elf in my hands. They went and got a Sky Sovereign. Renin 6. Get him dead. That worked out pretty well. In terms of sideboarding, I like Thrun. Killing artifacts is like relevant, but not the most relevant thing in the matchup necessarily. And most of the time it's how Eldrazi are killing you, not what they're getting off of, not whatever they're getting off of Karn. Normally they're just dying before the Karns really matter, and Chalice doesn't really affect us that much. Renin 6 is not the best in the matchup. Getting lands from the yard is really nice, but it's not the most important thing going on. I don't want to bring in the third ooze. They're not very good at multiples, and I'd rather have the 1/Ren. I'm just not excited about, oh, I'm gonna plan to kill your artifacts. Like, it's cool when, it's good to have whenever they draw their, like, 1 of Mind Stone. I guess some lists play 2, but most only play 1. I guess if they're playing, like, the Tome, then making them not gain life is cool. But your main targets are things they're getting out of their board, which hopefully they're dying before that matters. If a Braid killed creatures, like the creatures they actually play in their deck, this hand is insane. Yeah, this hand's just pretty nuts, actually. Nice thing is we do not need double green. We do want the red sources though. I'm gonna Blood Moon. They'll go get their basic waste. Yep. Oh, what's up, Wyatt? Gotta go send out orders. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out while you've been doing stuff. Boom. No spells for you. That's a pretty good top deck. Just windmill slam, kill your basic. Oh, they do have the tome. So they're gonna be scrying and looking for either another basic waste or Mind Stone. Five one, nice. Good shit, man. Mystic Forge? That's an interesting one. So I can Chandra. You can't not redirect Clothis to Planeswalkers. Mystic Forge is really weird. They don't have that many artifacts. Oh, they cast colorless spells, that's why. Well, they can't cast any Eldrazi right now, so it doesn't matter. I think I just Bloodbraid Elf, though. Because Bloodbraid Elf can kill the card just by attacking. As much as I would prefer to like get Chandra down or something. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, unfortunate. But if I Bloodbraid Elf into a creature, it's like the nuts, so we'll do it this way. I kind of want to leave the lands in the yard for the future. Well, that animates Clothis, which is very relevant. Attack him. Attack Karn. They scried to the bottom. I mean, they need waste, so that's what they're digging for. Well, they put a card on top, so it's probably waste. Unless they're just trying to build up mana to all his dust. There's Mind Stone. So you can actually cast things now. Okay. That makes sense. Drawing another land is really good. So I would imagine they don't have Dismember because they would have dismembered the Clothis. So I can just cast Glorybringer and then swing in for 8. Or I can Chandra tick up and deal them 2, and then I think this is better. See if they have all his dust. Oh, they're gonna gain 4 here. I didn't think about that. Ozdas is like their only way to win here. Which I feel like that's what they've been building up towards. Reality Smashers. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough. This matchup's just very bad for them in general. Alright, they killed our Chandra. Let's bolt them. And they're dead. Nice. Pretty fast win over E-Tron. Matchup's very good, so I will take it. Alright. We are 4-2. Hopefully we can keep this up. Alright, here for round 7. Good to be on the play. And I am a fan of this hand. We have removal, we have 2-drop Renda 6, turn 3 pillage. I'm a fan. In case we're playing as prowess of some sort, I'm going to play the Windstep Teeth, and fetch chalking is fine by me. In order to get value off the run, we kind of have to fetch anyways. We could play Stomping Ground turn 1 and then fetch a Force on turn 2, but this is better against a good number of other matchups. Alright, the basic island. Hopefully we don't get Spell Snare, that would feel really bad. Not many people are playing Spell Snare though, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But we might get Force of Negation, that's far more common. I just shouldn't have said anything out loud, man. Just get Spell Snared into Oblivion. Playing against some random control deck. I'm gonna try to kill their land. Might be better to play Arbor Elf Fuse there. It's better against a counter spell. Just play against some random blue-white nonsense. Ugh. I'd rather convert this Arbor Elf into a card in a 1/1 though, with Pyromancer. Even though typically I try to use Pyromancer as like a... Oh, I ran out of cards here. Which, I'm gonna use it that way. Scry to the bottom. Man, that Spell Snare was so gross. Ugh. Basic Plains, okay. Again, Pathed. I saw exile a Mana Leak. I'm gonna grab a basic mountain off of this. a trigger on a stack. Let's bolt their face. I wonder if they have a mana leak. They didn't have Cryptic or Archmage's Charm. I guess they could snap Path. I'm just gonna attack. I think they have a mana leak. I think it's more than fair to play around it here. Yeah, they just wasted their whole turn. It's fine by me. Put Path on top of their deck. Yep. Path's pretty good against Pyromancer. Oh, they play like Jason Mind Sculptor here, it'll be annoying. It's Jace Brainstorm. Draw Path. Path Pyromancer. I mean, Blood Moon doesn't do much here. They might counter it though. It does shut off Sanctuary. And one of their white sources. I think turning off Sanctuary is the most relevant part of Blood Moon. And I could foresee them like crypticking this. If they have leak, that means I can't Pyromancer, but I think that's fine. It also means they can't Cryptic. But I think they might path their own Snapcaster here. Sure. If they want to trade everything off, that's fine with me. Now you can Pyromancer, draw R2. No blocks. Interesting. Hopefully you draw 2 good ones. The Ooze is okay. Really would need like the heavy hitters though. Klothys, Bloodbraid Elf. Things like that. 5 mana Teferi. We really need to draw something like a Glorybringer. Unless they have another path. That's not a very good draw. Try to get their Teferi down. Put a token maker in our yard, sweet. I guess I was supposed to... I'm glad they did that. Now I can kill Teferi really easily. Oh, so they can Verdict. Let's get rid of Path. Yeah, now our Teferi's dead, and we're gonna be able to. I'm gonna shuffle away this Blood Moon very quickly. I guess I won't fetch quite yet. I will be doing it though. If they have repeal in that deck, they wanted it more than I did. Let's get rid of that Blood Moon. Play another one. They cannot Cryptic. It's the key here. The Cryptics are just rotting in their hand. Or any other verdicts they have. Same with Archmage's Charm if they have those. Which they might not have, so. That was not a very good draw. But these tokens could potentially go the distance. What's up, Dan? Thanks for the follow. Alright, I am bolting the shark. That was a very good draw. That's interesting. They force pitched Mana Leak. That's interesting. I guess it makes sense. I'm surprised they didn't cast it though. This is a Shark Typhoon. They have another one. They're just using a Snapcaster to trade with Bloodbraid. Makes sense. At least they're not getting any value off of the Snapcaster because we ate their stuff with Ooze before it died. Still can't really cast stuff. They're at 6. We have 2 1/1s in play. That was a good draw. The reason I didn't play it main phase 1 was because of, in case they had a Shark Typhoon, I want to be able to minus and kill the token. I think I'm better off just dealing 2 to them. So I won't cast it, even though we can use it to kill their only white source. I'd rather just threaten to kill them. Because even if they have 5 mana Teferi to get rid of the Chandra, it's not good enough. Nice. We got game 1. I'm gonna cut the pillages. I do not like Glorybringer, and I like shaving on a bolt. This is the same way we've been boarding for a hot minute. I want Veil for sure. I haven't seen lists that have been playing. Oh, what's that card called? Counterbalance, but I still think Cindervines is a decent spell to have. I think Odds Are is going to do as much damage as Bolt will, if not more. The only thing is it can't deal damage to Planeswalkers, which is relevant. So maybe we are supposed to be playing the Cindervines not play Cindervines, but like I've seen lists with like, you know, counterbalance detention sphere or whatever. I think it's better to hedge. I'm just not a big fan of Glorybringer because the mana efficiency does not add up in the matchup. And I like Blood Moon because it stops Mystic Sanctuary. And even like that game, like they had 2 islands but they needed 3. This hand sucks. It has no lands. Very easy mulligan. They kept 7. This 6 is pretty good. I'm gonna keep it. I am gonna put the Glorybringer away, I believe. Yeah, let's put away the Glorybringer. I don't want to get Path. It would really suck. Can we get a little turn 2 Blood Moon action? Cheese him out a bit. They discard to the top with Opt. In post board, they have Aether Gust, so they have a lot more answers for Blood Moon. They don't need that much to answer it. Drawing multiple oozes, not the best. I imagine they have a mana leak of some sort. Like forcing it to cast it would be nice, but I could also just ooze. I think I'm gonna ooze. If they mana leak this, I'm gonna Veil of Summer. Go ahead and take my 2 for 1. In case of 3 mana to Fairy, do I want to hold up the Veil? No, just attack. Well, if they Snapcaster and trade here, it would be really bad. I wonder if I can get them to use their Field of Ruin here. They do not care. That's such a bad draw. Like, actually terrible draw. Really hoping to draw a 3rd land, not an Arbor Elf. It's gonna get verdicted. I guess I'll still try to Blood Moon. If in response they Field of Ruin, then I get to. It doesn't even work out because I need to get a basic mountain. So I can't even hold up Veil of Summer. Because I can't draw lands to save my life. They have double basic planes. They have Verdict? Okay. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna get 5 mana to Fairied. But I'm not sure that I can beat that anyways. I guess I can if I go Ooze plus Elf. It's not good to get into another Verdict, but if they have a second Verdict, then that's just life. at that point. They wanted it more than I did. Alright, I'm gonna swing in with this ooze. Sure. I'm not letting that happen. Let's say force a negation. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. No cryptic commands for you. That's the main reason to do that, is that they can't cryptic. I think they can 5-mana Teferi, or they can cast Shark Typhoon. That's not great. I'll exile Path. Hopefully they don't have Force of Negation. How much mana do I have? 6. I have this Arbor Elf. Getting the beats on. Then the cast Shark Typhoon is pretty scary. Yeah, I'm definitely just always having Blood Moon over other thing. Blood Moon over Pillage every time now. And they're dead on board. Nice! Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, I mean, them casting this, they would have had to have multiple spells. Like, if they had a 5-mana Teferi and they could tuck this, that's pretty scary. But then we still actually would have had lethal, because we had kind of attack with double elf, so they would have to have Teferi tuck plus something else because we drew the bolt. I will take it. We are 5-2. We still have 3 rounds to go though, so it's pretty brutal. But see if we can keep this winning streak up. And we're on a play for round 8 of this PTQ. And we would need to draw a 3rd land. We're on a draw, so I'm gonna mulligan. If we had a 2nd land in this hand, it would be insane. But we do not. This hand is not terrible. If our Arbor Elf doesn't die, it's pretty good. It depends on matchup. Our opponent kept 7. Do wonder what our opponent is playing. Street Race Cycle. I'm playing as Death Shadow. 16. Delta, Fetch Shock. Overgrown Tomb? Okay, so it's not Grixis, it's like Jund. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping they would Thoughtseize. Yeah, if we got the closses down on turn 2, that was gonna be very good. Now we're stuck here. Yeah, if they Thoughtseize, no matter what they took, we were just gonna be able to either just kill their one land or have an unbeatable enchantment in play. But they have to do something pretty drastic this turn. The pillage has lost like all of its usage. Now it's all about the Clothis. Oh man, that sucks. Their start is the nut. Think I'm gonna lose. Well, if they're doing that, I don't feel very good about chances. Oh, I'm just dead this turn. Okay, well. Alright. That was a fun and interactive game of Magic. At the top of our deck. Oh man, that feels bad. Unfortunate. I probably had the nut draw. That is Magic though. Alright, well, Anger and Abrade don't work very well against Shadow. But chump blocking's not bad. So that's what Finks in. That's what Finks will do. Thrun, if we can get to regenerate mana, it's really nice. Bring the Ooze because the games do go late. I like Veil. They have Fatal Pushes and Discard. I like all the mana disruption, I think. And if we like turn 2 pill, it's just super good. Though, I'm not sure how often we're doing that. I think Run does nothing. Maybe I don't want the extra Ooze, but they're playing Goyfs. I'm just assuming that based on the Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, I don't want Pillage. It's like only good on turn 1. I'm not gonna bring in the third Ooze, I don't think. It would help our curve, but... Or maybe Veil is overrated. And we're just supposed to like tap out over and over again, because we're not ramping on turn 1. It's not great for us. I'll keep it. Or I'll bring it in. We might be supposed to have Run at 6 instead of Veil. Yeah, we'll play first. This hand is terrible against the Thoughtseize, so we're gonna mulligan. This hand's not very good either, but I think it's better than going to 5. They kept 7. They going to 5 against the Thoughtseize deck isn't great. Whereas here, if I like put away a Bolt at least. I mean, they can take a Ooze to off kilter us, but hopefully we just draw a 3rd lane for Pyromancer. Pyromancer's really good in the matchup. That was unfortunate losing the game on the play. I think this matchup's very play draw dependent. I mean, it's just draw dependent and like play draw and also, you know, what are the actual cards you draw in your opening hands. Like his hand's not great. Yeah, that's how good Pyromancer is in a matchup. They had to take off of Inquisition. Whale? Hopefully we draw some lands. If we just like draw 3 lands in a row, I think we have a very, very good chance. But drawing 3 lands in a row is not super likely. There's our Bolt. The last Inquisitionable card. Alright, well there's a land. Hopefully we draw a 4th one next turn so we can Bloodbraid Elf. But you can just cast a Shadow this turn. Yup. I'll go for it in its upkeep. Oh wait, that's... No, I should do it now. I think, yeah. He could have like K-Command. Hopefully this works. Sick. And we have a spell we can cast next turn even if we don't draw a land. Oh, they're gonna take Bloodbraid Elf. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Now, this is, you know, the perfect time to draw Veil of Summer, right? After they went through and Thoughtseize K-commanded us. This is what I mean about Veil. Like, Veil's just not a very good top deck. I can't attack with Bone Crusher because they can make Death Shadow a 5/5. Well, now I can stomp it. And if they have Stubborn Denial, we have the Veil. I can also just pass the turn. Nah, I think attacking and trying to get this trade off is better. They might just take the damage. Like, if they take the damage, that means they have a Temur Battle Rage in their hand, which is super obnoxious. And I don't want to pass and wait for them to attack, because if they go Fetch Shock, then it's really bad for us. I'm gonna wait for damage to go through. Alright. Worked out. Hopefully they don't have another threat. Alright. I can get behind Ooze. I'm gonna cast it instead of Bone Crusher. if they just... What is this? Nope. 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 Get my value now. If they have a K command, this really sucks, but I can't really control that. If that's their draw, if they drew a second one. Take 2, nice. Unless they just have another shadow. Okay. They have no cards in hand, and we're about to cast a Bone Crusher Giant. Never mind? Yeah, never mind. I'll just cast this. I like Clothis more here. They have like everything, don't they? They have lots of sorceries and stuff. I don't want to target the Death Shadow because then if they have a K command right now, well they would have K command in their main phase so that they could, like they get a basic forest. I mean if they outplayed us by assuming we would do that, then so be it. I think I pass. Well, I'll fetch shock now. And we'll make 2 1/1s at end step. The 2 1/1s combined with the Clothis Drain should do it. Nice. I really did not think we were gonna get there that game. I thought we were super screwed. After they just like, our early plays got dismantled. Mainly that Pyromancer getting taken, but it was fortunate that they had like, they flooded out pretty hard. So then they were forced to block our Bone Crusher and our Stomp got to get through. A big reason I liked attacking that turn too is if they tap the Nurturing Peatland for mana, then they can't crack it during our end step. So they don't get all of their mana when they untap if they need to draw again. Based on the way that game went, I probably want the third ooze. I'm not sure how good Blood Moon is after they get a threat in play. And they're actively getting to blue, so they have Stubborn and out, which does make Chandra worse. Chandra often isn't going to kill things, so maybe I just don't want it in general then. Yeah, shave 1. Like, we're on a draw, so it's not nearly as good. I think Blood Moon on the draw probably isn't good either, though. But if we can... One upside to Blood Moon, though, is if they didn't deal that much damage themselves before their turn 3, then they can't deal anymore. This hand doesn't have enough land, so I have to mulligan. If I had 1 Stomping Ground or Fetch in it, I would keep. They kept 7, we're gonna mull. We're gonna mull again because we don't have 2 lands. Alright, well. I guess I do this. So if I do this and they Thoughtseize and take Clothis. Because otherwise I have to ditch Arbor Elf, but then if they Inquisition they take Sprawl. And I think it's more important for me to have the mana stuff than the payoff. I can just hope to draw a payoff. So they have perfect information, including our draw step. These mulligans have sucked. The non-matchup you want a mulligan in. They're just so disruptive. They have so much discard. So they took the payoff, which probably means we're drawing a land. Oh, really? They must have another... Or they think that we're gonna play Arbor Elf, but I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, they just have another discard spell? Okay. At least they can't cast Death Shadow this turn. Alright. We need to draw some gas. There's a lot of gas we could draw, so we'll see. That's not good. They have a Death Shadow. We're gonna be under quite a lot of pressure. Maybe they kept a threatless hand. They did not. Fun fact. That's not a bad draw. I don't want to get my Ooze Lightning Bolted. They don't have Fatal Push, which is very good for us. Could have Abrupt Decay. All I want is a Bloodbraid Elf. Our Ooze is brick walling because they're not drawing lands. Wow. Alright. We're in this. We are very in this now. We've drawn very well off the top. And they did not draw the land they needed. If they draw a bolt, they can bolt themselves. If they attack, I have to block. I'm just gonna eat the bobble. Alright, now we can make 2 1/1s. If they draw a Street Wraith, it would actually be very bad for us. Or if they draw another Dismember, that would be pretty bad. Alright, let's make some 1/1s. Alright, need to draw some more gas still. Right now we're just in holding pattern. I think red mana is more important than more green. Because if we draw a Pyromancer, we want to be able to cast red spells after still. Well, now they're drawing the lands, but they don't matter anymore. Blood Moon is a fun Magic card. It's fun for us. Not very fun for our opponent. Well, I'll just cast another one. Doesn't do anything because I don't think they're killing the first one, but just in case. I mean, they have like 5 good draws and we have like 30. So that was their draw for turn. We're trying to decide when to use it. I'm not sure that matters when they use it. Sure. I ate it last time, but we have a lot more mana now, so I'll just leave it. Hopefully they got a peek at like their demise or something. That was pretty good. Hit something good. I don't want to stomp them. I don't think. No. I guess I can stomp one of the shadows. I don't know. I don't want to give them large creatures. And I don't want to attack because I don't want to give them large creatures. Giving them 5/5s could be a disaster. Like, even though we could block with like Bone Crusher plus Elemental, they could have Temur Battle Rage. It's like the one spell they can cast. Alright, that was a dead draw. It's just, I can't even like attack with everything because then, because of the way the damage on Death Shadow checks, if we attack with both of these creatures, or all three of our creatures, and they can block two of them and then still live or whatever. So we're still stuck in this draw go pattern. It doesn't kill the Death Shadow because they increase in size when damage checks. So we're still sitting here staring at each other. Like if they draw a basic swamp, we probably lose. Or they draw Street Wraith, Dismember. If I drew a Clothis, I would still play it, even though it'll start to make their creatures big, just because it will gain us life, and it's also an indestructible blocker, which is relevant. Okay, we're both just sitting here, draw going. I mean, even if they draw Street Wraith, not sure how much it'll do. Because it puts a creature in a yard that makes our ooze bigger. Alright, we did draw the Clothis. I am going to cast it. It's going to start making their shadows big, but we're going to be gaining extra life, which is going to help. And It is an indestructible blocker. And attacker. Like, we're getting to a point where, like, we could all out swing. Like, if they don't have anything, we can swing for 10. Next turn, not this turn. This turn it would be 6. But they can draw a Dismember to kill the Colossus, which is relevant. Oh, I should eat their Lurrus. Oops. I accidentally F6'd. That Veil of Summer's a nice draw. So now we're insulated from getting dismembered. If we just attack with everything, I don't see how we lose. I mean, even if they dismember, they go down to 4. They block the Ooze and the Colossus. They take 10. I guess if they have a lightning bolt. Well, lightning bolt doesn't do it anymore. I didn't really think about lightning bolt. That would put them to 1, and then we would take 24 on the swing back. Or no. They would have to have bolt plus TBR. Alright. That attack might have been reckless. Maybe I was supposed to hold back. I didn't think about them living through bolt, which they were actually able to do, but they didn't have it, so I'll take it. 6 and 2. We still have 2 more rounds. If we win 1 more, I think we're gonna get our money back. 2 more and we can like top 32, top 16, that type of thing. Yeah. We'll see how the next 2 go. Alright, we're here for round 9 of 10. We're on draw. This hand sucks. Not enough stuff going on. This hand is fine. Not ecstatic, but it's not terrible. I'm gonna put away the stomping ground. The Wisdom Teeth can get a stomping ground. Yeah, I'll play the Arboreal. Probably gonna die here, but if it doesn't, it's huge upside. Yep. I play blue-red. Oh, this isn't good. If they play a Stormwing Entity here, it's very bad for us. Bone Crusher Giant. does not kill Swarming Entity. Being on a draw for this one sucks. We really need to draw a Lightning Bolt. Draw a Lightning Bolt, I feel pretty good. Otherwise, not so much. Lightning Bolt would be so good here. If we were on a play, we'd be in an insane spot. Well, Lightning Bolt doesn't even do it because they have the Lava Dart. Never mind. I mean, they're really tanking on this scry. Bottom top, okay. I'm gonna grab myself a basic forest here. Gonna Utopia Sprawl, name red. Cast the Ren. I'm gonna put this Heath in my hand. Hopefully this Ren just acts like a gain life spell, which I would gladly take here. Like if it just gains 4, I'm pretty happy. Yep, that's... I mean, our spot's still pretty awful, but... Our Stomp doesn't do anything, so I guess I just play Clothis. It doesn't do anything because of the dart. Though, maybe I'm supposed to play it anyways because they missed their third land drop, so it forces them to sack. Not really sure about that one. Because the Clothis can also gain us life. That's not good. That's spooky. It's very spooky. We're taking 9 this turn. This is disgusting. Actually, they should probably Lava Dart here. This is disgusting. I think we're just dead. I'm not gonna Glory Bringer here. I'm actually better off. I think we're better off stomping here. And then casting Bone Crusher Giant. We're dead to any spell from their hand. Yeah, I guess we were supposed to stomp the previous turn and make sure the Lava Dart didn't deal 5 damage, which is what it did. They have Bull in their hand anyways. Okay, well, we're just... If we were on a play, I think we win that game. I'm pretty sure we win that game on the play. But... oh well. That's magic. And board like we have been. Bring in all their removal. The third is to gain life. I like the Throne. Bring in Finks. Land destruction spells don't matter. On a play, I don't mind Ren at 6. Though, it's probably still not good. It's only good against Sprite Dragon on turn 1. That's it. Like, Seasoned Pyromancer's not as good against the blue-red build, though. So I could shape one of those for the run. Yeah, let's do that, actually. On a draw. Cinder Vines is good. It deals them damage, but that's it. You're better off playing a control role in this matchup. Because like Cinder Vines is only good on turn 2, and then it's a really bad top deck. Like horrendous top deck late game. Like if your plan is to race, you need to be controlling the board. And there's nothing that I would rather, there's nothing I would want to take out for Cinder Vines. He casts a lot of spells. Yes, so we can deal them a lot of damage, but that's it. Like, we're not going to be able to kill them, even with if we play a turn 2 Cinder Vines. They're going to kill us. We need to be interacting and stopping their creatures from attacking and doing things. I like the Clothis, but we're gonna have removal. Like the Ooze isn't bad, but the Ooze is just gonna die. But if it's a Lightning Rod, that's fine, I think. That then leads way into Clothis. I think we're better off mulliganing. I think this hand's too medium. Oh, this hand's way better. Way better. They also mulled to 6. I'm definitely keeping. I think I'm gonna put back the Pyro. This is gonna be good against Swiss Spear. Yeah, let's put back the Pyro. I think I play this Stomping Ground tapped. Yeah, let's play it tapped. I'd rather save the 2 life. Is there some hands they have that don't have a turn 1 threat? And now we look like super big brain. Obviously having Utopia's for on turn 1 would have been better, but that is not how the deck drew it up, but I will take the third mana either way. I assume they're going to Metamorphose into Entity. But you keep a hand without a 1-drop, that's what you have. Hopefully they don't have Mutagenic Growth here. If they do, hopefully we draw a land so that we can Clothis plus Bolt. They bottom topped. Sure. Alright, we drew the land. Really good for us. Alright, opponent. That is annoying. Your double gut shot. Our Finks is not very good in this Soulscar Mage. Hopefully we draw like a Chandra would be good. An Anger, a Bolt. That's pretty good. Question is, do we cast? I think we're better off casting that than Finks. Alright. That's very unfortunate. I'm gonna attack. Highly doubt they're able to kill us next turn. They'd have to have 3 spells. And this can put some serious life total pressure next turn. And this is nice, yeah. We're getting really rewarded for attacking there because they missed out on 2 prowess triggers. Oh, that's gross. I think we just put it on top and then replay it next turn. Oh, that could be wrong though. I doubt they have I mean, if they have another bolt for this Sphinx, it's really bad. How much does this Colossus matter? So you're gonna put us at 10 here. We replay it. And then put us at 6. I think we just need to draw removal, so I'm gonna put it on the bottom. Like, I'd just rather draw a Chandra or a burn spell or something. Not that. Well, now Glory Bringer's in out. I'm not gonna fetch unless I need to. Now they're not attacking Soul Scar Mage, that's good for us. It's a really good draw. They don't have a... If they had a bull, they would have cast it. Like 99% sure of that. Really? Huh. I guess I don't want to guess that. I definitely am fine with redrawing Glorybringer. And drawing double Aether Gust, and they had the double gut shot earlier. This is obnoxious. Their draw is just a literal nuts. There's nothing, I mean, I can... They drew triple Aether Gust. And they had the double Gust shot to protect their Stormwing from Bolt plus a Braid. I don't think there's anything I was doing to win this game. Besides drawing better, I guess. Well, I don't even think it mattered what I drew, because Aether Gust is so disruptive. Triple Gust, double Gut. That was just brutal. It didn't even matter. Like, this was. If they didn't have the. Oh well. That's magic. Hopefully, we can get the next one. If we get the next one, I think we're gonna top 64 and make our money back. I think our tiebreakers will hold up. There's no guarantee of that either, so we'll see. Alright, here here for round 10 on a draw. Our opponent mulled a 6. Our hand sucks. Alright, mulligan. You're missing 7 cards from this deck to play in paper, and there's some of the more expensive cards. Are they like Reddit 6 and Season Pyromancer? Our opponent's mulling a 5. We don't have a rant spell, but we have 2 drop and a 3 drop, so I'm gonna still keep it. One red, 4 season, 2 those. Yep, that'll do it. Our opponent's rolled a 4. I wonder if they're playing Tron. I hope they're playing Tron. They mulled a 4 on a Bloodstained Mire deck. Are we playing a mirror match? If we're playing a mirror match, we might get ran over. Oh, it's Dredge? Oh, that's not good. Unless they whiff off of Shriekhorn a bunch. The ooze. Hopefully it's good enough. Being on the draw, the ooze isn't gonna do that much. But we'll see. It depends on what's in their hand. They did not hit a Dredger, which is nice. They had the second land. They have a loam. They do not have a loam. Alright, we really don't want to draw any more lands. So we're gonna thin the deck a little bit here. We're gonna play this ooze and hopefully they don't hit what they need to hit. They need to hit a Conflagrate here. It looks like they milled over a loam. Yeah, they did. The mismatching Narcomoeba is solid. Alright, they did not hit this loam. That loam was the best Dredger to hit though. Oh god. I'm very scared. They have Thug Loam. They have Thug Loam bricked. I think we're gonna be able to get there. They have 3 ghouls in the yard. Good old man trigger causing mismatching decks. Yeah, it's really annoying when it happens. I think, as tempting as it is to, well, pillaging. Nah, I'm just gonna hold up triple green. I'm not gonna exile anything, I'll just bash in for 2. They're not gonna be able to dredge for turn. If I pillaged and they drew a land, that would have been just disaster. Now, if the pillage in my hand was a Blood Moon, I would have cast it. For sure. They're targeting Crypt Cave. I'm gonna exile the cave. For sure. But they can have double crypt. I don't mind that. I have no reason to exile other creatures, which it seems like that's what they thought I was gonna do, but I have no reason to do that. Yeah, I think it would be really cool if managers like implement some way to help make sure cards match. I doubt that would be worth like the programming cost or the money, but it would be cool. And I'll go ahead and exile one of these ghouls. way they could win is if they draw the conflict rate. They would have to draw the conflict rate and then cast it for X equals 4. So I'm just gonna play Elf and pass. Instead of getting greedy and like playing Clothis or something. Dark Blast. I'll just get rid of that one. Because I have 2 green mana up. They can hard cast Creeping Chill here. Or Stinky. But now I don't have to worry about conflict rate either. Taking 2 is not that big of a deal. They're just done. Which I think we were gonna get there eventually. Next turn I was planning to play the Clothis and hold up double green. Because they weren't gonna be able to kill the ooze with conflict rate anymore. And double green is like, double eat is pretty safe. And the Clothis was eventually going to drain them out of the game. Yeah, we got pretty lucky that our opponent rolled a 4 and they didn't hit the absolute nuts with Cathartic Reunion. It's still pretty scary, but getting game 1 is really big for us because we have a lot of sideboard hate because the matchup's not very good. Anger Gods, pretty great. So is Grafdigger's Cage. They can't win the game. They can't do anything with a cage out. The third ooze. We saw how good ooze was that game. Pillage does not do anything. Blood Moon's actually good against them because you can stop Blaston, so they have a 1-up Blaston that they can use to kill Grafdigger's Cage with, and it also stops Life from Below. Chandra doesn't do anything. The Renin 6 is like, it can kill the Ghoul and it can kill Narcomoebas, and it can get more lands. Actually, adding extra lands to hand is very relevant. So is just killing them. I think we can shape 1 pretty safely. I definitely don't want to draw multiple. We want the Pyromancers so that we can sift through our deck. I mean, finding Blood Moon for like turn 2 purposes is fine, but also it's a good way to close out the game. And it clogs up the board really well. Yeah, let's... Now we're gonna mulligan. We're gonna look to mulligan relatively aggressively. This hand is almost perfect. I think not having Accelerant makes this hand just still not keepable. I guess like turn 3 Moon, I think it's just too slow on the draw. I think on the play I would keep this though. But not on the draw. Oh, this hand's way better. I'm gonna put back the Lightning Bolt. I don't think we need it. I'd rather hit our lane drops, honestly. It's real close to first hand. Yeah, I think with London Mole, you should just be aggressive in your mulligan decisions, always. So that's why I prefer to do that. But yeah, I think it's close. I think on the... Like, I like it on the play. Well, I'm definitely not playing Arbor Elf. There's 0% chance that's happening. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have an answer for this cage. They don't, because they just took a draw step. They also milled over one of their stomping grounds. They normally play two, so yeah, there it is. Did they draw it? Or are they digging for it? It looks like they're digging for it. I thought we were gonna scoop phase because they forgot to play their artifact removal. That would have been very nice. They milled Implome and they blank drew. Or not Loam. The Dark Blast. We need to stop drawing lands. I guess I still play the elf. They milled over a Nature's Claim. So they don't have that many left. They don't have a Black Source yet, exactly. And they haven't milled over a Loam yet. So they're definitely looking for. Man, that was the one random card they drew off of the Cathartic Reunion. How annoying. They appear to be going all in this turn. Well, they didn't. They seem to be going all in, but they didn't really add that much to the board. Their hand has 3 imps and a Dark Blast in it. Yeah, it's only 2 3/3s. They also didn't add a land to the board. I think I'm gonna wait for them to Ox next turn. I mean, they can potentially deal us like 9 damage, but I don't think I'm too concerned about 9 points. I'm gonna grab Mountain here. We're gonna play this Blood Braid. I want to Anger after they Ox. The Ooze is going to die to that Smiting Helix. Which is unfortunate. But it means they're not going to Ox this turn. Unless they're going to be hyper aggro. Which I guess they could do. I'm going to pass and try to bait them. Because I would gladly jump here. Or trade. Buy 3 points of life. They just milled over their first Loam. So their hand is triple Imp, Dark Blast, Thug. I'm gonna block this Amalgam. Hopefully they ox. That's what I'm trying to get them to do. I think they're doing it. Yup. This anger is gonna be insane. Because I'm gonna be able to make Ooze a 4/4 before it dies for sure. I need to eat a smiting helix. They've gone through all their creeping chills. So they can configure for 4. So they can kill the ooze, but they have to. Then they're not dealing 4 to us. Well, they can't really dredge anymore. I mean, if I go to 5, it doesn't matter. They can only... What, then they helix us and they put us to 2, but then... They can Ox and no dredge draw 3, I guess, but we have a blocker with Ooze. Oh, we're gonna gain life 2 from the Ooze anyways. In case they have, I don't think I'm winning through attacking anyways. I think I'm winning through decking them. Their hand is triple imp. Yeah, and so does the Ooze. So if they conflagrate and discard their hand to kill Ooze, double Helix isn't enough. If one of their imp mills had been a loam, we would be in a decent amount of trouble here, I think. So they mill over a loam. think they're conflict rating here. That's what it looks like. Or they're loaming. No, they're conflict rated. Nice smiting helixes. That should just be game. Yeah. They dredged. I'm glad they dredged. Makes the game end much sooner. Alright, we got there. Don't think we really deserve to win that game, but I will take it. Drew pretty well, but they also had to draw, like, they had to draw the Nature's Claim, and off of one random draw step, they got the Nature's Claim. But then we were able to set up that anger really well. And yeah, I'm very pleased with that. So 7-3. It's going to be, I'm gonna at least get top 64 unless something really weird happens. I can't imagine going down. I'm not gonna jump up to top 32 range. So we can make our money back. 200 play points and 10 chests is basically 400 play points. It's a little extra because of chests. Still very happy with what in the world? That was a weird moto thing. Why? Okay. I don't feel like I would change anything. I think we just had some unfortunate draws in round 2 and round 9. And round 4 I could have played better, but now I know that Veil Summer does not stop Aether Gust on the stack. So, yeah. I wouldn't change anything though going forward. I'm happy with the 7-3 performance. I can't complain too much about 70% win rate. Especially given I think we've been running pretty hot the past couple of days. And his deck's still performing despite a few run bads. Shows how powerful it is. And this is still what I'm going to play going forward. Hope you all liked watching the PTQ run.